Hey guys, so today I'm just going to show you guys how to make a really simple chow mein stir fry with some vegetables that you may have around the house, some really simple ingredients. So what I have here is I have some broccoli, some bok choy, 2 mushrooms, a carrot, some garlic. I have some seasoning, and in this container here I have 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of chili flakes. So you guys can adjust those seasoning amounts if you'd like, depending on your taste, of course. I also am going to season it with some sesame oil, which I'm actually going to saute the garlic in some sesame oil. I have some stir fry sauce and some soy sauce. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to really clean these vegetables up, chop them up, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what my next step is. Just keep in mind that when you have bok choy, you really want to separate the leaves and really thoroughly clean them, because as you can see here, there's like a lot of buildup of dirt, and you want to make sure that you really wash them nicely. So before washing them, just break them apart like this, and then sometimes I'll just cut off the base so I can really get inside of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash these, chop these up, and then I'll be back. Hey guys, so as you can see here, I chopped up my vegetables. The bok choy, I ended up just cleaning them really thoroughly, laying the leaves on top of each other, and then cutting them in threes because they were really big pieces. The mushrooms I cut really fine, as well as the carrots. The broccoli, I ended up only using half a head of broccoli because I ended up cutting the florets in thirds as well. Now, I am using noodles, and that's why I wanted my vegetables to be really small. I'm just using a regular Asian noodle that you can find in your grocery section, in your grocery store, in the Asian section. So I have some water waiting to be boiled for those. In this wok over here, I have some of my sesame oil, and I added the garlic in there. Now, when the garlic starts to get almost brown, now you have to be really careful because you don't want your garlic to burn. That's when I'm going to add this. And this is the perfect time to add my vegetables. So I'm going to add all my vegetables to the wok, and I'm just going to stir this up really well. Now, the one thing that I really love about chow mein, or any stir fry in general, is that it's so versatile. I mean, if you don't have mushrooms, like I basically put this together using whatever was in my fridge. So I had a couple of mushrooms, I had a carrot, and I just threw it together, and that's what I really like about this. You can add whatever you like. If, you know, you have some chicken breast left over, or you have a chicken breast, you can throw some chicken in here. You can throw some beef in here. If you don't have noodles, you can do the same thing, except you can use rice. So it's really up to you, and it's a really versatile dish. And the best thing about it is that it is a really cost-effective dish. You know, you can make a lot of food if you have a large family on a really good dime. So I'm just going to let this stir fry. To this pot, I am going to add my seasoning that I discussed earlier. So add that in. It smells so good. I don't know about you guys, but there is nothing better to me than the smell of garlic sauteing. I love that smell. Going to turn down my stove just a bit. I have my stove on medium high. Just going to turn it down just a tad, and I am going to let this pot do its thing for the next couple of minutes, and I'll be back. Alright guys, so what I've done is added 1/4 of a cup of water to my vegetables, and I covered it with a lid. This wok didn't come with a lid, so I had to improvise, and I used this lid. Just covered it for a little bit, just so it steams up a bit the vegetables. Now, there is a little bit of water still left in my wok, and that's fine, because I'm going to, you know, run this down, and I'm going to steam it all out, so that's okay. But right now, what I'm going to do, add to this pot, is I'm going to add some soy sauce. This is a new bottle. Popping bottles for my first video. So what I'm going to do is just add I'm just eyeing it right now. So I would say, what, 4 or 5 tablespoons of soy sauce. I'm going to add that in. I am going to then cover it back up with my lid, and I'm going to steam it for another 5 minutes. Alright guys, so what I've done is my water came to a boil and I just added my noodles. I'm just going to stir them around. These cook really, really quickly, like between 1 and 2 minutes, so you want to keep an eye on those and drain them. In the pot here, I'm going to add some stir-fry sauce to it. About 2 tablespoons is going to be fine. Stir this around, and I'm gonna cover it back up and let some of this liquid evaporate. Now, you guys don't want all of the liquid to be gone because you definitely want some to coat the noodles. So just keep an eye on it and just make sure that the vegetables are nicely cooked. You might want to do a taste test to check your seasoning if you need to add any salt or anything like that. Now, mind you, this channel is not a professional cook channel. So if I'm doing something you guys like, that's not what a professional cook would do. By all means, I am a home cook. I love cooking. It comes from my heart. And it's just something that I enjoy doing. So I have never had any culinary training. Any recipes that you guys see on my channel or will see on my channel are strictly from my house. And, you know, sometimes I go online and get some inspiration. But for the most part, I do things my way, and I haven't had any complaints. So keep that in mind when you guys are cooking in your kitchen as well. As you guys get to cooking, for those of you that are new to cooking, you know, you start to get familiar with tastes and smells and spices and, you know, a combination of what really works well together. So, you know, just be creative. Alright guys, so as you can see, I turned up my heat just a little bit. I am now on a number 8. And my water, my liquid, I should say, from my soy sauce, my stir-fry sauce, and that little bit of water that I put in is starting to be wear thin. Now, this is the stage that I'm going to add my cooked noodles. So I'm just going to add this in. I like using these tongs when I'm making these stir-fry because it's just easier to just stir everything around. Gonna really mix this in well so it's nice and yummy looking. Oh my god, this looks so good. And honestly, if you guys could only smell it. And sometimes when I watch YouTube videos of people cooking and they're like, oh my god, it smells so good, sometimes I really think, like, does it really smell and taste as good as they say? But I will tell you this, I have no reason to lie. This really does smell really, really, really good. So I'm just going to really stir this around really, really well. And then I'm going to plate it and I'll be back. Alright guys, so this is the final dish. I just try to garnish it. I try to be fancy and garnish it with some with some soy sauce drippings, and it looks so fabulous. I am actually going to have a taste of this because that's what people do on cooking shows, right? And this is what you guys are tuned into. Cooking with Alana. Look how yummy. It's so good. It's so yummy. This is perfect. So I hope you guys try this dish. Let me know your guys' variation, what you guys like to add to your stir fry, what you guys would do differently, and let's start a communication and see what's up. But till next time, I will see you guys soon. Don't forget to subscribe and rate my video. And I will see you guys soon. Talk to you soon. Bye.